What's up? Today, we are going to be taking a look at the rental Onslaught tanks, or the ones that Wargaming give you for free to try out the game mode if you have any other tier 10s. So, like usual, for every season, they give us 3. And so here, we have a medium tank, tank destroyer, and a heavy tank. And today, I'm going to try them all out and let you know how they perform in the game. So, let's start with the Foch B. This tank is a rather interesting one. It's more fun than effective, I would say. So if we look at the armor here, we can see it's relatively thick frontally, but of course there's huge weak points on top. Especially if you load gold, then the whole front just becomes basically an auto pen. You can kind of angle it a little bit, but the armor on the side isn't very effective either. So you kind of want to just do your best to keep your front towards the enemies. As far as the characteristics go, it's relatively fast. Here we are, 54 kilometers an hour. Not bad. Decent power to weight ratio. Only 6 degrees of gun depression, which makes working ridge lines incredibly hard. Decent DPM and gun handling. However, by far the best part about the tank, and the most unique part, is the 6-round autoloader. So we have a 6-round autoloader with a 2-second interclip reload and a 33-second total reload. So that reload can be very obnoxious, but being able to dump in those 6 shells with 400 alpha is pretty effective. So I have not played this tank before because I don't have it unlocked in the tech tree yet, so I'm going to try it out. Also, for this season of Onslaught, Wargaming actually equipped the tanks with consumables and equipment for us, so we don't have to pay for that. You still have to pay for the consumables as you use them, but it actually comes equipped, which is nice. The only thing I changed here on this loadout is I moved the gold rounds to the first bar there, and I also replaced the small consumables with large consumables. But yeah, without further ado, let's try it out. Also, the observant of you may notice that I'm only in bronze rank, and that's because I don't take Onslaught too seriously. I know it's the most serious game mode, but I kinda just... Honestly, the whole reason I play World of Tanks in the first place is for fun, and I treat Onslaught the same way. I like to experiment with different takes and different tactics, even if it doesn't always work. Also, they've also added a new system where you can vote on what tanks you want to ban for that match. I usually just try and ban the Ares 90 because it's toxic in the matchmaker and it's toxic in Onslaught, so... Okay, so let's see, what are we gonna do here? I think I'm gonna go try and grab the artillery on the side over here and then provide cover against tanks trying to flank up into the cap zone. Again, I'm not very used to playing this tank, like I said, but we're gonna give it a whirl. As far as the individual power up this tank gets, you get it's right here. When you activate it, it gives you a speed boost as well as a hit point restoration, so that can be pretty nice. The speed boost is very useful for if someone's trying to like flank around you and shoot you in the ass. This way you can spin your tank destroyer around and get shots into them. And I'm totally screwed. There we go, pop the speed boost and I can kind of escape that back chat. That was not smart of me. Alright, let's see. Also, only 6 degrees of gun depression makes this painful. Let's get this guy. But as you can see, with the 6-round magazine, I can really clap these guys. Alright, let's reload that last shell. But as you saw there, just a quick 2,000 damage, and I didn't even get all my shells in. Also, the gun handling is insanely good. The penetration on these gold rounds is also pretty good. And again, I am using a premium consumable, but it came equipped with that, so... Again, you will still have to pay for that, but honestly, premium consumables are just so worth it. especially in a pseudo-competitive mode like Onslaught. Okay, let's see if we can find this back chat. Looks like we're winning, but we still haven't spotted the last tank on the enemy team. Okay, he's on the other side there. Hey buddy, let's see if I can... I don't really want to poke too much. I'm okay. Alright, that TVP is not looking too healthy. Alright, the last tank's Minotaur. Alright, so he's the only guy on this side of the map, so let's see if we can go kill him real quick. You know, let's activate my speed and hit point boost here. Maybe I shouldn't be using auto aim, but that's okay. No, come back here. Well, you know what? I distracted him for the back chat, so. Okay, so yeah, the enemy team is capping here, so we're gonna try and go around and flank these guys. Hopefully this doesn't kill me. We're still definitely winning here. I'm worried about that Minotauro, but I don't really feel comfortable leaving the cap the way it is right now. We gotta get out some of those tanks. Oh, and they're on that side of the map. So much for flanking. Come here, buddy. Get wrecked. Sweet. This gun definitely feels really smooth. Waiting the 30 seconds for this whole thing to reload can be obnoxious, but as long as you're not on reload, it's very effective. Alright, let's go help out our T-57 Heavy over here. Alright, he's dead. Now let's go find the Minotauro, shall we? I'm not going to reload because the match is almost over and I'd like to get some damage in here. Alright, let's get behind this guy. I don't think he even sees me. No, he seems kind of clueless right now. I mean, what can you do in his situation, honestly? He's so screwed. I think he's just accepted his fate at this point. Like, man, I was hoping for the kill. But there, almost 4k damage. Quick win. Is this a bad tank? No. Is it a good tank? No, it's one of those tanks that's not good at anything, but it's also not bad at anything. As long as you can control the engagements, so, you know, reload the magazine, rush in, dump in the damage, and then retreat while you reload, it's pretty good. It's when you are forced to keep fighting while you're trying to reload that it becomes unfortunate. Okay, so that's the Foch B. Now let's take a look at the medium tank, the Object 140. And for this tank, it's not a great medium tank. Wargaming is not going to give us great tanks to play in this mode. So, as far as the armor goes, the turret's not bad, especially if you're using the gun depression. And then the hull becomes decent too. With gold rounds, the upper turret's pretty good, but the lower turret there, you can definitely penetrate it. And the weak point is pretty obvious even when you're using the gun depression. So it definitely has armor, but it's not well armored. Again, characteristics, it's pretty fast, which is nice. Good concealment, good view range, not a lot of hit points, decent armor. We looked at that. 7 degrees of gun depression is pretty bad for a medium tank, but for a Soviet medium tank, 7 degrees is actually really good. The gun handling is also shockingly good for a Russian tank. Decent alpha, decent pen, and over 4,000 DPM, so that's pretty good. The statistics on this actually aren't that bad. Its biggest weaknesses are its lack of armor, and its, again, not ideal gun depression angles. Again, keep in mind, I do have equipment here and a premium consumable, so all the statistics are slightly better than they are normally, but if you're not playing Onslaught with equipment, what are you doing? Alright, so let's go take this into battle, and hopefully we can have another win. Also, again, I have never played this tank before. I probably should have tried them out before making this video, but, you know, I guess you get to experience it with me. Alright, this is a decent map, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go up along here, This is my favorite part of the map to go up in this situation. I'm just going to go up along the edge there, get the artillery, and then snipe down at the heavies going into town. At least that's the plan. That's what I usually do in my CS63, but that tank is significantly faster, so hopefully we can get up there in time in my Object 140. Also, for the ability, we have Inspire, which is simply as it sounds. You activate it and it gives a crew boost to yourself as well as all of your allies, so it just makes everything a little bit better. And so it's useful, it's practical, it's just not very exciting. Okay, I love this guy's camo on the A10, that's pretty cool looking. I mean, sorry, T110 E5. Jeez, I'm thinking about another game right now. Okay. So definitely a nice low-profile tank. I guess as long as I can hide the lower hull and just kind of poke with my turret, the armor should be pretty effective. It's definitely not a bad medium tank, not statistically wise anyway. But it's also not, like I said, it's not great. But I guess this battle will tell. Alright, so I just gotta hope that the enemy didn't send a bunch of tanks up here to this artillery, or I'm gonna get kinda smoked. Alright, somehow they already have someone in cap. It's a good sign for me. Alright, okay. Progetto 65. Alright, let's just engage this guy. Let's see if I can... There we go, we bounced his shell. Let's just hope I have better DPM. Alright, Inspire Reserve. Alright, I should have better DPM than him. Because he has the magazine reloading system. I just gotta kill this guy. It's me or him, it's me or him. I just need to get one more shot into his butt. Come on, come on. Whew! You know what, I'm down to a one shot now, but it was worth it. Progetto is dead, so we got him out of the game. Oh no, there's a gorilla. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Okay. What to do? Alright, my plan's not going as planned. I'm gonna have to get out of here because I am a one-shot to that gorilla. It's gonna... Well, crud. Honestly, that's what I was worried about, that there'd be more than one tank up there. That didn't go horribly. Again, we knocked out the Progetto at the beginning of the game, because he was trying to do what I was trying to do. Rush in, capture the artillery, and snipe at the heavies. And so we stopped him from being able to do that. And the important thing is we protected our heavies down in the city. So I don't regret doing that. That was definitely a good play. It's just unfortunate that the gorilla was there. And the nice thing about the Object 140 is with the over 4,000 DPM that I have, I was able to outtrade the Progetto. In fact, with over 4,000 DPM, you can outtrade a lot of vehicles. Then again, I am also lucky that he got a ricochet on me, but... I don't know, maybe when I saw him I should have fallen back and tried a different approach, but... Anyway, looks like my team's gonna win this one, so I want to stick around and see if we win. We're definitely ahead on hit points, so... Alright, there's that pesky gorilla. Go get him. Oh yeah, we got this. Let's just put GG's in the chat. Looks like these two guys are having a fun duel. Okay, this is actually getting dangerously close. I'm hoping my team can win this. I believe in them. Yeah, this guy's gonna pick up the artillery. Good play. Yeah, looking back on it, I probably should have been a little more cautious there. I probably should have waited a little bit, but that's okay. Nice artillery drop. Alright, now my dude just gotta take out the gorilla. is intense. Heck yeah. Alright, GG's. So, that, I feel like, didn't really get to show the Object 140 too much, because I kind of just rushed in and died. We did win, but I'm going to try this tank one more time, and see if we can get a more interesting battle that really shows its skills, so. Alright, let's go take this guy out to battle again. But yeah, as you saw there with the Progetto 65, you cannot rely on this tank's armor, because I had my front towards him most of the time, and he only bounced one shell on me. So, it's important to kind of be a little sneaky, use your speed, right, zoom around your opponents. It's also a short tank, so, like against tanks like the Mouse or the Type 5 Heavy, you can just go up alongside them and shoot them in the side without getting shot, ideally, so. Okay, this is an interesting map. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here, pick up the radio station, I think that's called, radar station, whatever. Pick that up, spot, see what's going on, because that was our problem last time. We need to kind of get an idea of what's happening. And then, once I see what's going on, I'll either go in and get the artillery, or I'm going to retreat and go around, I think. I think that's the plan. We'll see what's going on. Alright, looks like my team has a pretty good lineup this game. Also, it's nice that Wargaming gives us 3 tanks we can choose from, as well as our own tier 10s. Because that way we can kind of pick what's good for the map, and what's good for what your allies choose. Because if no one goes in heavy tanks, there's very little chance of winning. But as you can see here, we have some powerful heavy tanks, so I'm not too worried about it. Of course, I don't recommend playing light tanks in Onslaught. It's not usually a good idea. Hopefully this guy in the AMX knows what he's doing. I'm sure he does. Right, I'm not saying he doesn't, I'm just saying that light tanks don't hit very hard and don't have a lot of hit points, and when it's 7v7, every hit point counts, you know, so. Anyway, change of plans. Looks like I actually have support on this side, and the E50 is going to grab the radio station, radar station, whatever, so we're just going to go straight into the artillery. And we're going to hope that I don't get killed, because that would be very embarrassing. Okay, yeah, maybe this isn't a good idea. God. Alright, let's hide over here. Hi, buddy. Yeah. What? Wow, what was that? Honestly impressive. But you know what, I got the hit on him there, so. Alright, let's go ahead and you know what, let's drop this guy. Those things are pretty dangerous. Alright, now let's go help my allied E50M. Get wrecked, buddy. You know what, let's pop the inspired. Oh, crud. Man, I hate those things. It's like the stupid wheels are so. It's like the wheels add an extra 100mm of armor. Crap. I'm so screwed right now. Damn it. Alright, let's load the gold. Crud. Yeah, that wasn't impressive either. That was not impressive. You know what? Let's just move on. Let's move on. Honestly, I think part of it was definitely a skill issue on my part. Again, I was too aggressive. I also didn't expect my E50M to push so far forwards because I thought he was going to stay more with me, but I guess that's not his fault, that's my fault for assuming, so. I'm not saying the Object 140 is bad in any way, but I don't play tanks like the Object 140, and so I guess I don't have a lot of experience with it. I mean, it's fun to try out, but I definitely did better with the Foch B. Now let's check out the T57 Heavy. And this is actually kind of unfortunate because I also have a T57 Heavy, so That's okay, but we're going to try out the one Wargaming gave us. My favorite thing about the T-57 Heavy is the 400 Alpha and 340 heat pen. So yeah, so let's take a look at the armor real quick. This thing does not have great armor. It has very hit or miss armor. As you can see, the turret is somewhat good. What you want to do is aim for these cheeks here. The upper hull is similar to a T-110 E5, but not quite as good. Especially when you load the gold, this thing, you can't rely on its armor. You just gotta kind of poke your head out and hope. It does have decent gun depression, but even with that, the armor's not great. As far as characteristics go, decently fast for a heavy, good power to weight ratio, okay hit points. We already talked about the Alpha and Pen, which are really good. It has a 4-round autoloader with a 2-second inner clip reload and a 22-second total reload. So it's a smaller magazine size than the Foch B, but you have more pen on the gold rounds, and you have a quicker overall reload because you have less shells. But honestly, as far as the guns go, I'd say that the one on the Foch B is definitely more effective. Though you do have 8 degrees of gun depression here, which is nice. Decent DPM, good gun handling. The gun feels pretty sweet, honestly. So yeah, let's try it out. So while this tank is technically a heavy tank, I feel like you can't really call it that fairly. Because that's as slow as a heavy tank, I'll give you that. But the armor... oh boy. The armor sucks, and this map is horrible for this tank. This map is where you want to take your E100s, your T110E4s, your Badgers, your IS-7s, your Type 5 Heavies, all your heavily armored tanks. This is not a good map at all for a tank that has little armor. Okay, I usually ban those, but someone's playing it, so let's just, yeah, let's vote on that. Okay, what are we gonna do? Again, the 4-round autoloader is really effective, but I don't have any armor. Usually I play along the railroad tracks over here in this area, but I can't really do that here. Also, here's the ability. For a certain amount of time, it decreases your inner clip reload and gives you pinpoint accuracy. So, very good for trying to dump a magazine into someone, especially at long distances. Okay, maybe, you know what, we're gonna be fast. Maybe we should go into town and get the artillery over there, and then get side shots into people capping. That's probably the best bet, honestly. It's unfortunate. Good, it looks like my whole team's joining me. Guys, we can't all go over here. Okay. I don't know what my team's doing. And looks like this I-7's gonna go steal my artillery. Thanks, buddy. Okay, maybe we can get shots across into that 705A. Yeah, looks like the I-7's trying to do the same thing. Oh, yeah. And with this insane heat pen, he doesn't stand a chance. And we actually bounced him, heck yeah. Well, I thought he didn't stand a chance. Unfortunately, he has, with his track and spaced armor there, I was having trouble actually getting pens in. Oh, god, we're screwed. Alright, let's see if we can, okay, gotta get behind this guy. He's not paying attention to me. Get behind him and wreck him while he's harassing my IS-7. Alright, so, hitting this, there. This gives me a very fast reload here, as well as better accuracy, not that I need that right now. Alright. I'm trying to keep my IS-7 alive here, because it's important not to lose allies. But there's only so much I can do. Yeah, run away, Foch B. Get wrecked, bro. Alright, you know what? Let's just get rid of this guy. Maybe. Okay, no, I can't leave my I-7. Alright, I'm reloaded. Let's pop this again just for the super quick reload. There we go. Bro's dead. We've already got almost 4,000 damage, so this tank's pretty good. It's just about engaging smartly. Crap. Oh, crap. Crap. I cannot get nailed by both of these guys. There we go. Because again, it doesn't have great armor or a lot of hit points. You just have to control the engagements similar to with the Foch B. Because if you control the engagements, it's very effective. Alright, this guy's a major threat to me. Yeah, check out that accuracy. Hi, buddy. Whew. He's dead, over 5,000 damage done. Honestly, out of the tanks you can choose from, this one's probably the most effective. I do like it. Again, I wish the armor was slightly better. It's not. And amount of heat shells. I should have probably taken more of those, because the standard shells here do not have the greatest pen. That's okay. My team's definitely winning here. Let's go see if we can find this object 140. Okay, he's over there. Alright, let's see what we can do to this guy. Again, I wish this thing had better armor. It does not. Alright, Flash B, save me, bro. Save me. Wow, I'm actually bouncing him. Alright, let's give this guy a little ramming action. Not that that was very effective. Come on, Flash B, we gotta get here. Let's pin him against the wall. Let's pin him. Let's pin him. Alright, I got him. I got him. Bro, drive forwards. I'm trying to help you. Yes. Come on, come on. You can get out of this. Here, I'll save you. I'll save you. I'll save you. I'll save you. There we go. Whew. Alright, saved my bro. Let's see if we can shoot this guy through the fence. Of course, buddy. Yeah, I can't shoot him from here. Let's just reload. And like that, over 7,000 damage dealt, 3 kills. Yeah, this is definitely my preferred tank. That's why it's the only one I actually have researched in the actual tech tree. But yeah, I definitely think the 257 Heavy is the best of the 3 options. But again, try them out, see what you like, and thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, which I sincerely hope you did, I would really appreciate it if you'd like, and even subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get over 50 subscribers, which sounds very sad, but you know what? You gotta start somewhere, right? So, thank you again, and I hope you have an amazing day.